Hello, St. Andrews, and welcome to this week's edition of Chancel Chat. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of February, and it feels like spring outside today. The temperatures are supposed to rise into the low 60s today and even warmer tomorrow. So I'm not sure that this means that winter is over, but we're certainly enjoying this stretch of spring-like weather right in the middle of February. I want to begin today by expressing gratitude to our men's group, and especially to Frank Marchese for a wonderful community dinner that was held in the parish house last Saturday evening. It was a wonderful event, well organized, well executed, and we're so grateful for Frank's leadership especially, and for the support of the men's groups that we can look forward to every month opening the doors of the church and welcoming the people of Mount Holly to come and enjoy a wonderful meal and some fellowship here in our house. So the next community dinner is Saturday the 18th of March, the day after St. Patrick's Day. And corned beef and cabbage, I believe, is on the menu, so we're looking forward to continuing this wonderful outreach ministry of our church. Looking ahead to this weekend, I'll be preaching and presiding at all three of the liturgies this weekend, Saturday evening at 5 o'clock and Sunday morning at 8 and 10. And this is, of course, a very important transitional weekend because it's the last Sunday after the Epiphany. Next week is Ash Wednesday, and we begin our 40-day journey toward Easter. But this week we hear the wonderful story of the Transfiguration from the 17th chapter of Matthew's Gospel. And if you remember back to that first Sunday after the Epiphany, when we celebrated the baptism of our Lord, I mentioned that there are only two places in Matthew's Gospel where God speaks in an audible voice. The first was at Jesus' baptism. The second is on top of the mountain of Transfiguration. And the interesting thing is that in both places, both Jesus' baptism and Transfiguration, God says exactly the same thing. This is my beloved Son, and I'm deeply pleased with him. But on top of the mountain of Transfiguration, God says one other thing. He says, listen to him. Just listen to him. And so we'll be exploring the implications of that in the homily this weekend. Looking ahead to next week, of course, Tuesday evening, our traditional Shrove Tuesday or Fat Tuesday pancake supper at 6 p.m. in the parish house. Again, sponsored by and prepared and served by our men's group here at St. Andrews. And then Ash Wednesday on Wednesday, March 1st. A full schedule of activities here at the church on Wednesday. We'll have Eucharist at 7 a.m., followed by a continental breakfast in the parish house, Eucharist at 12:10 p.m., and then in the evening, we gather with our partners in ministry from St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Hainesport for a fellowship dinner at 6 and our Eucharist at 7:30 p.m. So we commend these services to you and encourage you to participate and find one of the services that is convenient for you. So I'd like to end with a couple of announcements, or actually a couple of advertisements, to be honest. The first is our Lenten book study. So far, it's not been very well subscribed, and we will begin our Lenten book study on the Wednesday after Ash Wednesday. That's March 8th. It will begin at 6 o'clock with a fellowship a soup and bread supper, followed by our book study, and we'll conclude the evening by reading Compline from the Book of Common Prayer, and I promise we'll be finished by 7:30. So if you haven't made reservations and would like to participate in this book study, we're going to be taking a very close and careful look at Richard Foster's classic work, A Celebration of Discipline. So please call the parish office this week and let us know that you're going to be participating. The second advertisement concerns the pilgrimage to the Holy Land. We're still looking for 5 or 6 additional travelers so that we can qualify for the group rate for airfare. If you have an interest, we'll be leaving the United States on January 30th and returning on February 7th, 2018. If you have an interest, let me know and I'll provide you with all the pertinent information. I want to close by asking a question. Does anybody know where the flags are that used to hang from the sign out in front of the church? just this week I noticed that they were missing. If you're looking at the church from the sidewalk, on the left-hand side of the sign was the Episcopal Church flag, and on the right-hand side was the Christian Church flag. Both of them are missing, and I asked Chris Carroll, our parish administrator. She doesn't have any idea, so if anybody knows the whereabouts of those flags, please let me know. I'm just curious to know what happened to them. So that's about all I have for today. Wishing you a pleasant weekend, and I hope to see you all in church on Ash Wednesday. God bless you.